show that America is still a strong continent when it comes to electronic sports. And JP McDaniel from ArenaCast actually jokes with me earlier. He said he was so happy SK USA and compLexity were going to face one another, because finally we'd see a game that an American team would win.
Thank you, JP. So gates are going to be open then here at the Intel Extreme Masters Global Finals, and HON are going to have their first time to shine. It is going to be RMP, HON in top right, and RMD for compLexity in the top left. Sprint already used from Dikea. It's going to get a sap onto Venruki, and the whole team is actually going to go offensive.
Yeah, Warsomp just came in from Soda, but he wasn't able to catch that rogue out of stealth, and it's starting to kick off now. They're putting a bit of pressure onto Venruki.
Yeah, and actually, there we go, an open onto Venruki, and he's going to be peeled off as Happy Minty sits back onto DK. Cloak of Shadows used. That's a waste of a Nova. There comes a Fan of Knives trying to keep him out. And there comes a nice Shadow Step. And actually, look at this, Happy Minty getting completely controlled. So even though DK dropped reasonably low, a nice escape. So he's going to need to get a good reopener. He's going to get Penance back up.
Yep, Soda was out of tree form earlier, got 2 Cyclones onto number 1, which put a bit of pressure on, because DK did drop quite low, but he's back in tree form now, spamming those hefty regrowths.
Yep, so Happy Minty is going to Orange Marmalade is going to evocate for the team of HON and going to rejoin the fight soon. So fight has been reset. Both rogues meet each other. Happy Minty's going to come out on top.
This could be huge, because Soda's in a fear right at this moment.
Yeah, Soda is in a fear, and actually an improved counterspell and a sheep onto Venruki. He's going to get a dispel out of it. And, well, nice control of the back end. DK did need that pain suppression, though. Happy Minty is going to be put into sheep. Instantly in and out of a nice block is Orange Marmalade to once again go offensive. He pulls out Happy Minty, and DK is actually changing his target for Venruki. Happy Minty's going to go over, and he's getting control. There comes a nice dispel. Mana Burns coming in. Cyclone onto number 1.
And you really have to ask yourself, why aren't HON switching onto Soda when he's out of tree form? He's been out for so long. He just got blinded, trinket out of it. But why aren't they switching onto him?
Well, at the moment, it's all about rogue versus rogue, and they've been controlling Happy Minty for a lot of it. Obviously, Happy Minty does have a lot of abolished poisons up on him, so he might have a slight advantage when that wound drops. DK going defensive. Number 1 sat at 3k HP. Let's switch over to number 1 as he sits in middle. Going to be spamming dispels on Soda, expecting maybe an Innovate to come up a little bit later. In comes a Holy Fire onto Happy Minty, and look at the positioning of number 1. He's going to be able to run over and get that fear. Here he comes. Trinket won't be available. It's going to use the fear and catches a couple, and surely they could have made more of that. But at the moment, there's no pressure on the team of compLexity.
Yep.
And number 1 needs to drink or use his pet, but he's caught into a sheep.
Yeah, Soda got a fantastic Nature's Swiftness onto Happy Minty earlier there with no wound poison on him at the time, and that actually made all the difference.
Orange Marmalade is playing Arcane. There was a slow onto Venruki, and is once again. So
this is just really strange play from HON, to say the very least. Finally, a bit of pressure being put onto Soda, who's still just running around, not even in tree form. He's starting to try and drink up, back in tree form now. Let's see.
Actually,
oh, he is in a fear though. That was a critical fear, and it made all the difference because Happy Minty got taken down.
Yeah, and you can see there, DK was chasing Happy Minty in stealth, opened up on him, and you can also see Arcane Power Pom have been used for Orange Marmalade. I do think that was this AP was up, and they eventually got the kill. So Soda finally got feared in a good position for the HON, and they will claim that victory, and that will go 1-0.